Anyway, this is Banfield talking about the family testifying in the courtroom and being in the courtroom.
It has been a long and lonely 2.5 years for Brian Koberger. Locked away in a maximum security jail cell, segregated from the other prisoners, thousands of miles away from his parents in Pennsylvania. They can't exactly pop in for moral support when the mood strikes. But their moods may just be a little brighter tonight after a ruling from Koberger's trial judge in Boise. Our Brian Enton was there and jumped on a plane to come back. He's fresh off the plane in New York. I'm so glad I caught you. You're at the airport. What did you learn in that hearing?
Yeah, sorry if I look a little greasy, actually. It's been a long day of flying. But basically, these rulings came down today. We've been waiting to find out if Brian Koberger's parents and sisters were going to be allowed inside the courtroom during the 3-month trial. And the judge decided today that, yes, they are going to allow them to be there. The prosecution was concerned because they are expected to be witnesses at some point during the trial. But the judge decided it was Brian Koberger's constitutional right to have his family there, to have his sisters there if they want to come, and that they could be there throughout the entire trial, Ashley.
That's going to be super awkward if you think about it, right? Because you've got a courtroom is always bifurcated. Usually behind the prosecutors are all the victims' supporters, family members, et cetera. And then behind the defense, obviously, are the friends of the defendant. But I don't know anybody who has spoken out in his favor. I don't know anybody other than very odd people online who just think what they think. But that would be it. That'd be just the family facing down families of 4 kids on the other side.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking about the trial. I mean, I don't know if the Koberger family is going to come right in through the front of the courthouse, and the families of the victims maybe will be escorted in through like a side or back entrance. But yeah, it's going to be logistically, I think, sort of an interesting 3 months. And also just to see what they're there to testify about. We don't know totally for sure. I have some theories. I mean, you remember the prosecution has said that Koberger bought the knife off of Amazon. Was it a family Amazon account? Do they need to bring up the parents to say, hey, are you the ones who ordered the knife? I think that could be one possibility.
Yeah, and I should explain that what's key here in this ruling is that when you're a witness in a trial, you can't sit in the courtroom and listen to the whole trial and then, have your testimony affected by all the other people you've heard testify. So that's why this is such a big deal, that the family members are likely to be witnesses, but they are also family. So it's the same goal.
I wonder, and Ashley Banfield brought up a good point there. Like, I wonder if because of that, of the family potentially having their testimony affected by hearing all of the other testimony, I wonder if then the prosecution or the defense will call them up very early in the case so they get their testimony over with, so they won't be affected by testimony that comes after them. That could be a possibility, and that could be the judge meeting with both the prosecution and the defense to have that actually happens. That would be a way that they could get rid of that prejudice of having the family members hear others' testimony and then possibly be influenced by testimony of others.
For the victims and those family members, if they're going to be witnesses, they also want to be able to be in that courtroom, to be there for their loved one who's not there. So it's just always a very tense and tender kind of decision that has to be made.